I call this meeting to order at 4:13 p.m., Sunday, January 26th, 2025. Please keep in mind that meetings may be visually or audio recorded. May everyone on the committee please state their name for the record.
Andrew Savadesh.
Matthew Bravo. Austin Britton.
Laura Bolsorky.
Emma Fullerton.
Sarah Rodriguez.
Aaron Rubai as chair, and then
Joshua Yachik, clerk.
any other members of the public present.
Ava Rothett.
All right, with 7 members present, quorum has been established. We are now in line for SSP 2025-1005. Seeing as there are authors present, we move directly into, can you do the timer?
Sure.
Move into 5 minutes of, or 2 minutes, why not? 5 minutes of presentation beginning now.
Good evening, Judiciary Committee. At the moment, the Innovation Academy senators cannot appoint replacements for summer. Currently, Innovation Academy students, or IA students, can choose a replacement senator for the fall since we are online, and some of us choose to do internships or go abroad during this time. However, a lot of students, like us, choose to stay in Gainesville during this time. Since many students choose to spend their time away from campus during one of the summers and stay during fall, I think it's best if we allow for them to appoint a summer replacement senator.
We conducted a survey sent out to the Innovation Academy students inquiring about their residency in Gainesville over the summer term. We found that about 70% of students surveyed go home at some point during the summer. This means that any senator who is in the Innovation Academy, currently there are 2, and wants to go home during the summer will be barred from choosing a summer replacement senator and forced to give up the seat they worked hard for.
In this survey, we also asked if they go home during the fall term. We found that 83% of respondents said that they do not go home during the fall term, and 7% partially go home during the fall term, leaving just a mere 10% of respondents opting to stay home during the fall term. 97% of respondents reported that they take classes during the fall term.
We met with the founder and director of the UF Innovation Academy, Dr. Jeff City, and he explained to us how the Innovation Academy operated. In your freshman year, you have to take a class over the summer. The other years, the Innovation Academy class is offered in the fall or the spring semesters in addition to summer, and many people opt to take the class in these semesters and take the summer off. With the addition of the popularity of the fall semester in Gainesville because of football season and Greek life, among other reasons, it means that the Innovation Academy students tend to opt into not being here during the summer and being here during the fall and spring.
With the current codes, this hinders the ability of Innovation Academy students to serve in the Senate. With the many changes that the Innovation Academy has gone through since its inception, this code revision would guarantee an equal opportunity for the students in the Innovation Academy who wish to serve in the Senate. Thank you. I wait the rest of my time.
All right, we are now in line for 5 minutes of questions and answers beginning now. Are there any questions? Seeing none, we're now in line for 5 minutes of debate beginning now.
I think it's a great revision, and that there seems to be a need for this, and you guys are going to be doing a lot and increasing opportunities for other students who've had this barrier. So you've done a lot of great research. It seems you've talked to the right people. You've conducted statistics, and I think it's great.
I think that having many pathways of being a student here at UF, it's important to include everyone and give them the same resources and opportunities that we all have. So I'm very proud that we're seeing this happen. Hopefully we can make a change moving forward for all students of different pathways.
I think you guys identified an issue and you're addressing that issue. I think with your research, which I really do appreciate, I think we still can identify that there might be a slight gap in the students who do choose to go home in the fall, but I think this addresses the vast majority of the current issue we're facing, and that can always be a further discussion. So this, I think, is a fantastic work.
All right, is there any more debate? Seeing none, we're out line for 2 minutes of final privilege.
Do you have anything to say?
No, thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
We did put a lot of work into this, so it's awesome to see it pay off.
Wait the rest of our time.
Yeah.
Awesome. We're now in line for any motions at this time.
Move to pass SSB 2025-1005 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, the motion passes. Awesome.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
See ya. Have a
I'll
good
see
one.
you guys. Have fun the rest of the meeting.
Thank you. All right, we are now in line for SSB 2025-1009. there is a sponsor present. So you have 5 minutes presentation whenever you're ready.
Fantastic. This is one of 2 bills that Max wrote because he was having a good time. It's not a super complicated one. It's just, commemorating the accomplishments of Legway. And I think it's not too complicated. It's just saying, they're doing a great job. We appreciate that. And we want to see that sort of continue to shred some positive feedback that we recognize their talents. We would have to see that continue. And away for the rest of my time.
All right, we're now lined for 5 minutes of Q&A, beginning now. It looks great. Only thing is the proviso.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
the proviso, and then there's the first therefore it has the extra word further, but the proviso, Max likes making long ones. I don't know what the best ones for removing are. Obviously, I would say you guys are probably going to say to remove the president. That's fine. Between the different people they're sending to, I think as long as we can keep, some of them and the ones that are most vital there, I'll take the committee's input on which ones those are. So.
All right. Are there any more questions? Seeing none, we're now lined for 5 minutes of debate. Beginning now.
I would just say that, the head football coach of a major SEC university is probably not going to, read this in any way. Your offensive coordinator, probably not either. Same thing with, the UAA, people like Strickland. How many messages like this, of support do they get every day, right, on Instagram too? And it's good to send it to them, but they also have a lot of other things they're going to be dealing with in their email inbox. So I think probably at least those 3 for me are the biggest 3. And then, the quarterback's coach, Ryan O'Hara. I also think sending it to him, it's not really fair to send it to one of your QBs and not all. So I think, especially the people who work with the football team directly, that's probably who I move to proviso.
I'm not quite sure why the athletic director of recruiting strategy is in the proviso.
I'm not sure. I haven't talked to Max about why he included specific people on the proviso. He told me he put them there for a reason, and it might just be that this is good public PR for them, so they might be able to use that to their benefit. I don't know. If the committee thinks it's best to remove it, I mean, Max can adjust and making sure he knows who he wants to have it. So I think it's a big deal if we want to remove those.
All right, is there any more debate? Seeing none, we're now lined for final privilege, beginning now.
I wait.
All right, we're now lined for any motions at this time.
I move to edit the first therefore clause. I move to amend the first therefore clause by removing the word further. By unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, the motion passes.
I move to amend the bill. Do I have to say the full line or no? I just have to move to amend.
I move to amend, that's fine.
I move to amend the proviso to strike University Athletic Association Director Scott Strickland, head football coach Billy Napier, quarterbacks coach Ryan O'Hara, and co-offensive coordinator Russ Calloway, and associate athletic director of recruiting strategy Katie Turner by unanimous consent.
Lay the meeting at rest. I feel like at least if he's including this many people from the football coaching staff, like at least one of them should probably be included, even though I'm not sure.
If you want to pick one, I think director of recruiting strategy is probably
sure.
Because
I just
he was
think
the number 1 ranked recruit.
I think like if it's gonna go to the team though, like that, we gotta have at least some. I just wanted to interject that maybe.
Sure. So I'll rescind that motion and then make a new motion to amend it for University Athletic Director Scott Strickland, head football coach Billy Napier, quarterbacks coach Ryan O'Hara, co-offensive coordinator Russ Calloway.
All right.
By unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. All right. Do I hear a motion to amend 2025-1009 to remove interim university president Kent Fox by unanimous consent.
So moved.
Any objections? Seeing none, the motion passes.
I
Okay.
move to pass SSB 2025-1009 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. Nice.
Cool.
That was a nice resolution. So let me change this to size 12 font really quickly.
In the First Amendment, what was it?
First Amendment,
Yeah, it's something with the
Re-
first therefore
removing
clause.
the word further from the
Gotcha.
first therefore clause.
It's removing it.
Yeah, it's the first one. All right, we're now in line for 2025-1010. 5 minutes of presentation. Whenever you're ready.
Another simple one. Max was having a good time. It's about tailgating. Everyone likes tailgating. It's got a long history. We appreciate tailgating. There have been issues during the last football season about some very minor things, but we Senate would like to protect it, like to keep that, and also, as a side note, keep it a little bit more sustainable. And that's about it. I'll wait the rest of my time.
All right, we're now in for 5 minutes of questions, beginning now. I'll give everyone a minute to read. Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
In the third to last, and in the third therefore clause, it says that the UF Student Senate calls for the implementation of sustainable practices such as post-game cleanups, mobile bathroom units. Do those not already exist?
I
Like
believe-
post-game cleanups, I know are a thing.
Yeah, I believe some semblance of them does, and it should call for the implementation and continuation of sustainable practices such
Okay.
as, just to make it clear. Because, yeah, I do know they do a lot of work in making sure like campus isn't trashed after tailgating and stuff, so.
What is a mobile bathroom unit? Is that just a porta potty?
I think so, yeah.
They also
Okay,
have those
because they
trucks.
definitely have those.
Oh,
They
yeah.
have like the RV like
Yeah.
bathrooms that are actually kind of nice as opposed to
What is this statements from university administration acknowledging miscommunication policy that I preferred to the specific?
Where is this at?
This is on the fourth,
Yeah, that quote goes to the specific,
to the,
yeah, those links should work to the specific ones. But during the last football season, there were changes to it, and it was confusing because there wasn't great communication, so people were concerned about how tailgating was changing over the course of it.
Okay, is there any more questions? Seeing none, we're now in line for 5 minutes of debate, beginning now.
We just have to change the first therefore clause, so we need to further.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know what template's being used, but on every resolution, it's be finally be in the last therefore clause. Like, I don't know if this is the website that is the problem that's leading to this, but this is like the third resolution.
I have no idea.
Also, yeah, this is let it be further. Haven't we been going with further be?
We have been, yeah.
Yep. Let me check the template on the SG page and see what. Okay, yeah, we're gonna move the B's after the further and the finally. Also the proviso is just really long again.
It's definitely, yeah. That's on me. I made a template for Max in a Word doc so he could make these easy, and I've just done that wrong on my end.
That's okay. But yeah, I'd say we just need to figure out how to rephrase that third therefore clause. Because those things do happen, at least some of them.
Would you be open to amending the proviso?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright.
Max likes putting a lot of names. I'm okay cutting it down to the committee's happiness on that, because I know there's a lot on there. A lot of those people are not going to read this very much, so.
A decent amount of it pertains to, though, especially in the second half.
Yeah.
Be 10 seconds, by the way, or about.
All right. Any more debate? Seeing none, final privilege.
I wait.
All right, any motions at this time?
I move to amend SSB 2025-1010 to strike the further in the first therefore clause by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
I move to amend SSB 2025-1010, the proviso to strike interim university president Ken Fox, and vice president for student life Dr. Heather White, and I don't know, we'll start with those two by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
I move to amend SB 2025-10010 to amend the second, third, and fourth, therefore let it be further resolved, so that the start is therefore let it further be resolved in each of those clauses by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
Continuity or continuation? Yeah, I move to amend SCP 2025-10010 in the second therefore clause, so it states that the U.S. Student Center calls for the implementation and continuation of sustainable practices such as, and the rest of the phrase.
Are there any objections?
By unanimous consent.
Seeing none, the motion passes.
I move to amend SSB 2025-1010 and the proviso to eliminate the head football coach Billy Napier by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
I move to amend SSB 2025-10010 in the last therefore clause to remove the first B in the start of that clause by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
That one was.
Are there any more motions?
I move to amend SSB 2025-1010 by striking University Athletic Association Director Scott Strickland from the proviso by unanimous consent. By unanimous consent. Sorry.
All right. Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. Are there any more motions?
I move to pass SSB 2025-10010 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. All right, we're now in line for SSB 2025-1018. All right. No one here. Man, okay. Seeing as there's no author or sponsor present, we move directly into 5 minutes of debate beginning now.
This is the one with the therefore, where like 5 of them are out of format, so that's the only thing I see.
This is what?
The therefore clauses are all like
clauses are all
this.
yeah, out of whack.
Let me see on your end.
It says therefore let it be resolved for like the first 3 or 4, and then let it be further resolved for the next 4. Yeah.
Okay, so I received 2 versions of this,
Okay.
but one of them had like weird bullet points in the therefore clauses. I couldn't figure out which one was the main one.
Also, what's our rule on bolding something in the bill? Like,
Usually no.
okay, well, the last
let me-
clause, they have a
It's like the
bold.
bolding of the day.
Yeah.
Wait, let me find the email.
There's a couple points in here where I'm not sure about like the wording, especially for like, the third whereas clause. It reads more like it should be a therefore let it be resolved clause, like the Senate recognizes the importance of these platforms. And then some of the therefore clauses, they're not written, I would say, as standard therefore clauses, so, what is it? That therefore let it further be resolved that the university's commitment to inclusivity is reflected in all campus programming for athletics to sciences. It doesn't say like the Senate supports that, it just says that all things should be inclusive, which I agree, but I don't know if that's us trying to state that we are demanding that, and we should make that more clear. And the same with the therefore clause following that. Just saying it should be integrated into U.S. broader strategic planning initiatives.
I have a question for the proviso. Are we supposed, like, is a proviso meant to acknowledge individuals?
It can, actually. But usually only for the initial author of the legislation. Yeah, I don't think... Has anyone ever seen this before? Also, that's not a thing.
Typically, you
Office for Students with Disabilities. Is that a thing? Pretty sure it's just the DRC.
Seems like it was like intentional.
Typically, if you acknowledge ongoing
It
efforts,
just-
it's in a whereas clause.
And UF, their own
Yeah.
disability resource looks like the DRC.
Yeah, I don't think Office of Students with Disabilities is a thing.
Because they also, that's in the last therefore clause as well. Is they mention that often.
Last therefore clause.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's really interesting. I lay the committee at rest, actually. We're going to figure this out. Is there an Office of Students with Disabilities? I have never heard of it personally. I've just heard of the DRC.
Who wrote the legislation?
Carolyn.
Boggs?
No,
Shapansky.
Shapansky?
And I feel like the DRC wants to be like the only center that everyone goes to. Rather than have multiple. I think they separate themselves.
Wait, there's a disability resource center, that's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
She probably just was confused.
Okay. Okay.
In the Office for Student Affairs. The DRC is in the Office for Student Affairs.
Like, can we look up the names in the proviso?
Jenna Gonzalez
Yeah.
is the head of the DRC.
The DRC. Okay. So we're gonna change the titles.
So we're at time.
Well, I laid it at rest, so we should just be chatting. Okay, so while we have some time, we're going to change the therefore clauses so that further is added to the second, third, and fourth. And then move the B in the last therefore clause to after the finally. And then we're going to, I think we can make the start of the proviso either a therefore clause or a whereas clause. Like the student senate acknowledges the ongoing efforts. That could be a therefore clause. The proviso is fine. We just have to change the names of the titles to the director of the Disability Resource Center. And then that final therefore clause. So this is actually a case where you could bold, I think, because I think we did this with is Transcendence Day bolded?
I don't know.
No, remember it was in a different color. Remember that?
Okay, that wasn't
That's-
gonna
that's the
work.
color of it, yeah.
Yeah.
There's colors now?
No, there are not colors. It's up to us whether we want to allow, like, if we want to have a precedent for bold when it's describing a day, because I think this has happened before. I need to remember a specific bill or resolution commemorating a day. Do you remember anything, Tyler? Any resolution where there was bold in one of the therefore clauses?
Not sure.
Me neither. Okay. So, anything outside of what I just said that we want to address in amendments?
Do we need to change the parts that just say that events are accessible or that the university's committed to say like the student senate like, calls for or something like that?
Yes.
We need to include and on all the whereas clauses, like at the end, and comma.
All right.
Third whereas clause. I said it might be
Okay.
more as
Okay.
as a therefore, but-
This is a good example of one that we are not doing all of these edits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The table.
That is my opinion. Does anyone disagree with that?
I think so. This is just in mid to late February. I think it's.
Yeah, well,
it's
there's still
effective.
time
Yeah.
before the day.
There's time. I think it's enough edits. It would take us like half an hour to get through them.
Yeah.
Properly, so
Yeah. Okay. I call the meeting back to order. Do I hear a motion to waive roll call by unanimous consent? Any objections? Seeing none, the motion passes. Any other members of the public, please say their name for the record.
Julia Seifert.
Tyler Sklar.
Perfect. All right. We are now in line for any motions at this time. Are there any motions?
I move to table SSP 2025-1018 by unanimous.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, the motion passes. All right. We are now in line for 2025-1019. Okay. There is no author or sponsor present, so we move directly into 5 minutes of debate. Beginning now.
I think it's good, the addition of UF Senate Instagram. It just shows that we're up to date with the platforms that most students are using for communication. So I think it's good.
Have we been posting these things at Turlington Plaza? Are we aware of the existing?
It's the board next to the class college
The
building.
007.
I can
Is
comment on this.
Can you? I don't think you're allowed. I lay the committee to rest. Go for it.
Just very quick and then I have to go. So we tried public noticing stuff there because we were like, why do we not do this? So then we put like a couple, or maybe it was like one or like a couple right in the
Covered
middle.
up.
And then like within minutes, it was covered by other flyers. So, because people are putting stuff there all the time. Not the most effective. So honestly, someone should get rid of that. Because it's like not doable right now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Julie.
All right. Call the meeting back to order. Do I hear a motion to waive roll call by unanimous consent?
So moved.
Any objections? Hearing none, the motion passes. Okay, we're back in line for 5 minutes of debate.
I've now learned that Turlington Plaza is not very effective in using and I agree with adding the Instagram as a place to put it. I think that's going to be way more effective at getting reach out from people who are interested in these positions. So I think it's a good change, and it's written by the INC chair, so I assume she knows what works best for communication.
There we go. Oh, it's not in Garamond. It's fine. I hate that I know that, but I want to change it. Yep. Okay. Size 16. That has 14. Okay, formatting, yeah. All right, are there any motions at this time?
I move to pass SSB 2025-1019 by unanimous consent.
Any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes. We are now in line for 1020. Okay. We're now in line for 5 minutes of debate. Beginning now. Yep.
Yeah.
It is an aerial, and I'm upset.
And there needs to be commas at the end of all the whereas after the ands.
Oh, they're also... Okay, that's missing a then. There needs to be a comma where?
On all the whereas except for the last. Well, all
Yes.
the whereas
Yes,
need
you're
a
right.
comma at the end, and then the last whereas needs then. It's then comma.
Both of the same authors who submitted stuff with major format issues like font, it's the same too. So do we take precedent of postponing them?
Oh, is it back to back?
Yeah.
It's up to the committee, honestly. I mean,
I think we just
that
tell
being
them
said,
ahead of time.
if we are going to like fix these formatting issues, then we should fix the formatting issues that were present in the previous resolution. We shouldn't fix this and then not fix that one. So I'd say
Either fix
either
all of them
we
or
fix
none.
all of them or none of them.
Okay. I move to postpone.
You can
SSB
you can table.
Oh, it's on the table. Okay. Move to table SSB 2025 1020 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes. We are now in line for 1021. Move directly into 5 minutes of debate. Is there any debate? Hearing none, we move directly into any motions at this time. Do I hear any motions?
I move to table SSB 2025-1021 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that bill is tabled. Okay, we are now in line for 1022. Okay. Seeing as there is no author or sponsor present, we move directly into 5 minutes of debate beginning now. I'm also going to give people time to look through it.
Only thing I'll say is there was a very similar bill to this passed over summer. I believe written by the clerk actually, but
Hmm?
22.
The individual in the proviso's title is incorrect. It should be, yeah, I typed this out. Okay. Associate Vice President of Health and Well-Being. I'm gonna double check that.
Are we ending all their four clauses with a period instead of and, comma?
Yeah, I think we have to
I
like
think,
that.
yeah. In the first.
Yeah, I don't
And
think
the
they're.
second one.
Shoot, we missed one in 1018. Oh wait, no, we didn't edit that one. Okay. Yeah, they shouldn't have and in those. Sorry, I'm reading through this too. I just want to make sure the format's right. Okay, is there any debate? Seeing none, we're not line for any motions at this time. Do I hear a motion to amend 1022 to change the title of the individual in the proviso to the Associate Vice President of Health and Well-Being?
So moved.
By unanimous consent. Okay. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion passes. Do I? Okay, go for it.
I move to amend SSB 2025-1022 to eliminate the semicolon and comma of the first two therefore clauses and change that for a period.
Are there any objections?
By unanimous consent.
Hearing none, the motion passes. Okay, so I laid the committee at rest. Sorry, the title is confusing because I believe this individual has multiple titles. Let me see, because I know there's more resolutions that include this.
He has both titles, so wouldn't we just put Associate Vice President of Health plus Wellbeing instead of Executive Director? I mean,
You want to put both? You want to put which one?
I don't know.
I think we can just keep the one that we just edited right now.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good to me. All right, I call the committee back to order. Do I hear a motion to suspend the need for roll call by unanimous consent?
So moved.
Any objections? Hearing none, the motion passes. All right, so now we're in line for any motions at this time.
Move to amend SSB 2025-1022 to strike the semicolon and comma at the end of the first therefore clause and the second therefore clause and replace both with period.
We already did that. Thank you. All right, do you rescind?
I rescind.
I move to
No, go ahead.
I move to pass SSB 2025-1022 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion passes. Okay, we are now in line for SSB 2025-1023. 5 minutes of debate beginning now.
We just have to switch the last therefore clause to include finally. And then fix the links.
Yeah.
If you mind the spacing issues. But they're hyper.
They made the acronym for CALS and then didn't use it consistently throughout, which is like a really minor thing, but it is the thing I noticed.
Should it be the cows? Is that what you're saying?
Well, in the first whereas clause, they say it's, cows, and then they use the full name in the second whereas clause, but also cows.
But then as you move down, they go back to cows.
They use cows, but there's also another whereas where they use the full name. So it's
Yeah.
just kind of like they switch back and forth.
I think it's fine.
I think
Yeah, it's a very minor
It
thing.
is,
They just
yeah.
like juggle using it. So
Should it be the cows or just cows? because if we're just going off the acronym, it should be the CALS, but that sounds so wrong. Encourages the CALS to allocate resources. But like
I
grammatically,
feel like
that's correct.
I've never heard anyone say like the class. People would just refer to class as class too.
Encourages college, but in a sentence,
Right.
you encourage College of Liberal. Ugh.
Grammatically, if they say like the class and they put it in parentheses as class, like they say the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences and they put it in parentheses next to it, you technically don't include articles in acronyms, so it could be
Okay.
as inferred.
Yeah, when you talk about like at UF, you don't say at the UF.
Right. Because also if there's a the in the middle of it, you don't put T in the acronym. So I think the rules apply at the beginning as well.
Good grammar.
I think they used the word article in that. That was impressive.
I took my grammar class.
Okay. Is there any more debate? Seeing none, we're now in line for. Why is it not hyperlinking?
But if you click on it, it works.
Interesting. Okay, we're now in line for motions at this time.
I move to amend SSB 2025-1023 to add the word finally in the last therefore clause after the word be. No, before the word be. By unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
Do we want to fix the spacing of the links or no?
I don't know how.
Okay.
Because that's a thing you wouldn't need a motion to do, but it's not like a.
They all work somehow.
2 of them don't work.
Oh, they don't?
Which ones don't work?
8 and 4.
Oh, yeah.
They work now.
Cornell? Is that what it is?
I just put a space after them. They should be.
UC Davis and Cal's.
Okay, reload the page and then try.
This still doesn't work for me.
Same.
Are they blue now?
No.
Reload the page again. Sorry, my computer is probably the issue here.
One's blue.
Yay.
Wait another 30 seconds. The other one might be blue.
Okay, they're both blue.
Both are blue.
Okay, perfect.
Yay.
The spacing is like an after. It's paragraph spacing.
There's no need. It doesn't bother you.
Oh, that now it's really close together. Okay. How does that look to everyone in 30 seconds?
Good.
That's good.
All right.
I move to pass SSB 2025-1023 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes. All right, we are now in line for 1024.
Yeah, we did mention something. It does say 2024 at the top for Senate bill.
Instead of 20.
Thank you.
Do I reset the motion?
No, you don't.
Okay.
Clerical errors with numbering actually falls to me and the secretaries, so it doesn't have to be a motion to fix. Has that been the case for any other resolution?
No.
Okay, man, I just messed up one of them? It's kind of
Let's
odd.
see. Yeah, the rest.
Except for the ones we tabled.
Is that also 24?
Yeah, the ones in the bad font were 24, I think.
You're right.
Good thing we take.
And one missed the bill number.
Which one's missing a bill number?
Oh wait, never mind.
The most recent one, probably. Okay. We are, I'm assuming there's an author or sponsor here. You're kidding me.
No.
That's
It was.
insane. Oh, because Arshan's not. Thoughts, everyone? should I call Arshawn and ask, or just continue into hearing it without presentation and Q&A?
I'd say continue just for precedent reasons.
Fair enough. All right. Seeing as there's no author or sponsor present, we're moving directly into 5 minutes of debate, beginning now. The third whereas clause says face significantly higher rates of mental health challenges and doesn't include a source.
They have sources at the end, but the sources aren't put in any of the clauses.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That
Table them.
needs to be addressed.
I
Yeah.
just noticed that. It's,
Okay. I was gonna say it definitely needs a source.
Mhm.
Is there anything? Okay.
I feel like this is something though where we can't go through and
No.
where
Yeah. No, we
there's
can't.
sources
We
are
can't even do it.
for where they're using them.
Yeah, that would take so long.
So just don't want to put runs.
Yeah.
While we're
Direction's
here,
right.
does anyone make a motion to change the title of the first individual in the proviso to what it was in the previous legislation that we altered?
So moved.
All right.
Good luck.
Wait, I don't think that works. Do I hear a motion to amend 2025-1024 to change Executive Director of CWC Faculty and Staff to the Associate Vice President of Health and Wellbeing by unanimous consent? Any objections? Hearing none, the motion passes. While we're here, let's look and see if there's anything else that we want to address. And that way when we come back, it can be just simple.
The second to last whereas clause, it just is imperative that we work to create, and it's just who's we in that, you know? What are they actually like calling for? If they're calling for something, it's a therefore clause, but if it's something else, it's just not very clear.
Yeah. I also think that they need to identify if there is currently any training for the CWC staff, because I think there might be, and either way, yeah, we need to figure out if there is already training, because this makes it sound like there is no training, which I assume is not the case. Also, I don't think we've ever done this before, but 2 of the sponsors are in the proviso, which is kind of odd, because they agreed to sponsor it, so...
I think we did that last week for the ones we passed, because there's someone who's a sponsor and in the proviso.
Interesting.
I can't remember if I asked about it or not, but I definitely
Okay.
noticed it. But I think we did do that last week.
Yeah, okay. Well, unfortunately, we can't adjust the sources ourselves. So, is there any more debate? Hearing none, we're now in line for any motions at this time.
I move to the table SSP 2024, SSP 2025-1024 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion passes. All right, seeing as there is no more business, I hereby adjourn this meeting at 5:03 p.m. Sunday, January 26th, 2025. Thank you, everyone.